Good morning, and once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease. And in this video, I want us to respond to a question in a topic of scale drawing from topic number 22, which is on slide 11 of this presentation. And the question talks of four towns R, T, K, and G are such that T is 84 kilometers directly to the north of R, and K is on a bearing of 295 degrees from R at a distance of 60 kilometers. G is on a bearing of 300 degrees from K and a distance of 80 kilometers. Now, using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 10 kilometers, make an accurate scale drawing to show the relative positions of the town. And after you have done that, then we are expected to answer the questions that follow. Let's start. We have some instructions which we must obey or follow. Let's assume we are having a starting point. Let's have a starting point, and this starting point is going to be point R, because T is 84 kilometers to the north of R. 84 kilometers to the north of R. And if we say this is that is to the north of R, 90 degrees, then we can know where, if we join the 2 points, then this is going to be our straight line, because the angle is 90 there to the north of R. So we know if we produce this line, then we are going to find T somewhere to the north of R, 84 kilometers. Let's produce it somewhere there. And what is the distance? 84. And because the scale is 1 centimeter representing 10 kilometers, we have to divide 84 by 10, and we find 8.4. 8.4 centimeters, and there we go. That is 8.4 centimeters. 8.4 centimeters. From here, we are locating town T. That is where our town T is there. This is already 84 kilometers. So let's talk about K is on a bearing of 295 degrees from R. By the way, this is town R, this is our T. So 295 degrees from R. What is 295? 295 is 90, 180, 270 plus 25, or even better still, 295 360, that is a whole circle, minus 295 is 65 degrees. So we are going to measure 65 degrees from this particular point coming this way, because that is what we are lacking, that is what we are remaining to make a full circle, which is 360 degrees. And there we go. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65 degrees. So our K is along that line. And how many kilometers? 60 kilometers. Let us have it there. Now, K is on a bearing of 295. This is 295 degrees. 295 degrees from R at a distance of 60 kilometers. Distance of 60 kilometers. 60 kilometers, 60 divided by 10 is 6. Then we have to reduce our radius. There we are, 6 centimeters. This is 6 centimeters. And from here, we can locate our K. We can locate our town K. That should be our K. Then what? Um, at a distance of 60 kilometers. G is on a bearing of 300 degrees. G is on a bearing of 300 degrees from K and a distance of 80. G is on a bearing of 300 from here, so we must locate the true north of K. And in all towns, we must learn how to locate the true north. So if this is 65 degrees, so there is another angle which is alternating this one here. This is 65 degrees. There is another angle which alternates that here, and we have to talk about the 65 degrees now from here, from that line. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, so that we can easily locate our true north. That is, if we join that one now, this is 65 and this is also 65 degrees. Those angles alternate. So this is our true north as far as K is concerned. So from the true north, we are told that G is on a bearing of 300 degrees from K. Let us talk about 300. 300 is 60 away from 360. So we can actually measure 360 from the opposite direction and locate our 300 degrees from there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. There we go. 60. Uh-huh. That is our 60. And how many kilometers? I think 80 kilometers. That is our 60. There we go. Having said that, uh, from K and a distance of 80 kilometers, so 8 centimeters. Again, we keep dividing by 10. This is, we are going to measure 8 centimeters there. So from here, 8 centimeters. That is our point G. That is our town G. Let's first of all, before we go to questions, let's first of all understand that the question is well constructed. 4 towns are T, K, and G are such that T is 84 kilometers from to the north of R, and K is on a bearing of 295 degrees from R. 295 degrees from R, you find K. At a distance of 60 kilometers, that is 6 centimeters, yes. G is on a bearing of 300 degrees from K. From K, 300 degrees from here all the way to, this is 300 degrees up to that line, yes. And a distance of 80 kilometers, so 8 centimeters. That's where we are using a scale. So let us beef up. This is 6 kilometers, or rather 60 kilometers. This is 80 kilometers. Let us now go to questions. Find the distance and the bearing of T from K. T from K. T from K. Let's see. T from K. The bearing and the distance of T from K. We have to join T and K. And from the true north, of course, we measure degrees. We measure the degrees. T from K, there we go. T from K, there we go. That is exactly 46 degrees. The bearing of T from K, 46 degrees. Let's take that again. The bearing of T from K, with that protractor being the center. The bearing of T from K, yes, 46 degrees, yes. The bearing of T from K, 46 degrees. Because we are talking about uh, about 10, 20, 30, 46 degrees. The bearing of T from K, so we can write our answer here. The bearing of T from K is 46 degrees. What about the distance? What about the distance? We have to measure the distance now, and of course remember that is the distance. Of course remember to multiply by 10 using the same radius. Place it here. It is 8. It is 7.9 centimeters. And 79 kilometers. The bearing of T from K is 46 degrees and 79 kilometers away. The distance is 79 kilometers. Part B of the question, the distance and the bearing of G from T. G from T. G from T. We are talking about G from T. Again, we must join G and T there. The distance and bearing of G from T. So this is our starting point. So we must produce that line, or rather, let us first of all get the bearing and distance of G from T. Let's talk about the bearing. If you place the protractor there, yes, there, we can already see that this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 81 degrees. But remember, if this is 81 degrees, the bearing of G from T is the whole of that angle. And if this is 81, we have to add this 180 degrees. So 180 plus 81 is 261 degrees. Let's confirm that. 180 plus 81 is 261 degrees. So we can already see, let's talk of 261 degrees. Let's put it down there, 261 degrees, and measure the distance so that we can write the answer at once. What about the distance between the two towns? The distance between G and T. There we go. The distance between G and T. We can even place directly our ruler there, which is going to be 12.5 centimeters. 12.5 centimeters, which is 125. So the distance of G from T is, again we confirm that this is 12.5 centimeters, is 125 kilometers, and the bearing of G from T is 261 degrees. And the bearing of G from T is 261 degrees. Having said that, the very final question, the bearing of R from G. The bearing of R from G. The bearing of R from G, we just have to connect R and G and R, that line, and use the protractor because we are talking about the bearing of R from G. And before we do that, it is very, very important to note that if this is 81, if this is 81, there is another angle which is alternating this, which is going to be 81. So to locate the true north, we have to first of all get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 81 there. So we will have to have the true north here. We will have to have the true north there so that we can now measure this angle, the bearing of, put the protractor at the center. Yes, there. Yes, there. And this angle, which is 110, 115, 116, 117. 117 degrees. So we can easily say the bearing of R from G is 117 degrees. We can take that again for confirmation. 117 degrees. Yes, we can take that again for confirmation. There we are. Exactly. This is the outer scale: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 100, 110, 115, 116, 117. There we are. Please subscribe widely. That is the end of the question. It was good. And let us work together. Thank you.